Hey, it's Bailee from Bailee Cribb Bridal. If you don't know me, I am a wedding hair and makeup specialist located near Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I specialize in Hollywood waves, romantic updos, and airbrush glam. But if you do know me, welcome back. Glad to have you here. Today, since it's not, 2 a.m. in the morning, like my last wedding, I don't have a wedding today, but we're gonna go through my wedding day makeup routine that I usually do. Mix of high-end, low-end things, and I will tell you everything I use as I use them. These are products I have used for years and I am absolutely obsessed with these. Some of them are a little on the newer side, but that doesn't mean I love them any less. Behind me, you're gonna see I've got lights and everything set up in my studio. I have a bride coming in for her preview tomorrow. I just saw pictures of her dress and I cried. It's so pretty, and I cannot wait to see her and meet her. She's got the most beautiful, like, gingery, like, strawberry blonde hair, and it is to die for. But anyways, let's get into it. Alright, first thing I always go in with is this Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the eye primer. This is my ride or die product. I love it so much. I use it on every single bride, and actually every single person on a wedding day. Spectacular. But no, JK. First thing I do is my brows. I start off with my little e.l.f. Instant Brow Lip Pencil. I'm going through my little brows. Because if they're not in place, you're not going to know where you need to fill. And I think this may be the lightest shade that they have. Don't quote me on that. And as usual, I will have everything linked in the description. In case you see something that tickles your fancy. I don't really worry about doing like tiny little like brow strokes with my pencil. All I need is just a little more like depth and like substance to them. I always comb through them too after I'm done before I put any kind of gel in here. Do my brows, they're looking real. I did just recently get the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. I really like it. I was using another Benefit brow product and I couldn't tell you what it is. I've used it so the writing is worn off. And if I don't use my e.l.f. brow pencil, I'm gonna use the other Benefit brow styler. It's got the pencil on one side, the crayon, or the powder on the other. This is in the shade 2.5. I feel like it might be just a little dark for me, but maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. So I'm gonna assume that the other Benefit one is also a 2.5, but I was going with my little brow setter. I like this. It's got a side with, like, it's got comb on the top and the bottom, and then the other, like, sides of it are flat. I'll use the flat side to put the product on, and then comb through. And when I tell you this stuff does not move, it doesn't move. Like, at all. This stuff is hurricane proof, honestly. But brows are done. Now we go in with the eye primer. I always shake it up, too. I put a little bit on a Morphe 224 brush. I used to use, I honestly couldn't tell you what it is. I think it was a BAREMINERALS concealer brush to put it on my lid with, and then I couldn't find it for the longest time, so I ended up getting this one, and I really like it. I'm pretty sure this is also a concealer brush. But it is just precise enough that I like what it does. I have to make sure I don't put on too much, because then it will be stupid thick, and it'll have my eyeshadow really patchy. Like, it's more like a translucent layer that I put on. I feel like that's a birthday. I don't know why. I think I don't know. I'm still really tired from that wedding I had Saturday. The one where I was fully glammed at 2:30 a.m. That was rough. When I tell you my makeup lasts, it lasts. I will insert a little clip video of my makeup after a 17-hour layer and probably before too. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. There's a reason I do what I do, because it lasts like that. After my eye primer, I will always go in with a eyeshadow shade that mostly is closest to my skin tone at the time, depending on how tan I am or not. And right now, I'm not. I've been going in with the Morphe 350 recently. I'll usually go between that and the 35C. Ooh, I just hit pan! Ha! Put that all over the lid. And this is really just to set the shadow primer, or the eye primer. Because if you don't, your other shadows won't blend as well. Alright, I will take it. It's all over my nose. Oh, that hurts my little heart with that one. And then I hit pan there. Right. After that, I'll usually go in with like a mid-tone shade, similar to that if you can see it. Now I'll put that on the like outer half of my lid. Sometimes I'll put it all over, it really just depends on the day. But I will buff that out to about my brow bone. On my left eye, I usually have to go a little bit higher because this eye is actually hooded and it's frustrating. So I have to do everything I can to make them match. And I think we're pretty good today. I'm not on, it sounds terrible, but I'm not too worried about it. All I have to do today is go water my mom's plants. And I have ballet, so we don't need to be too fancy and precise and perfect today. Honestly, just wanted to film something for y'all so you can have something to watch. I'm tired of from a couple people like, give me a tutorial. How do you do your makeup? I need to know. I'm like, okay, here it is. But after my lid shade, I'll come in with something a little darker to give a little bit of depth to my crease. Well, not even my crease, but in my outer corner. Little circular motions. And go on the left eye, I'm gonna go up a little bit higher because this is the least symmetrical part of my face, unfortunately. Sometimes I'll come back in with the second shade that I use and just put a little more right in here. Just to smooth things out. Alright, next I will go and like trace out my eyeliner. Usually I'll use that same dark shade or probably something a little darker. But because my hooded eyes, I have to do this with my eyes open. And if you have hooded eyes, you know exactly what I mean. Because if you draw on your eyeliner with your eyes closed, it disappears. It disappears. And I feel like doing your liner and eyeshadow is definitely a lot easier to correct than doing it in like a liquid liner or even a pencil. And this also gives me an opportunity to go in and tightline my lash line. And if you're wearing lashes, that step's absolutely essential so you don't have floating lash syndrome, which is not cute, by the way. Ooh, I cannot color the lines. You know, I can get away with a lot more this eye because it's hooded. I'm very grateful for that. Eyeliner, I usually go on my one sides. I actually got a Kat Von D one the other day. Or not Kat Von D, it's the KVD one. And I used to use this one religiously, and this one's actually waterproof. And I should probably start wearing this into weddings because I am a crier. I always cry, and I cannot help it. The second someone starts crying, I'm a goner. So let's use this. Let's use this KVD one. Because it's been literally years since I've used this. Oh, I forgot how nice this was. Oh, it's so precise. I honestly miss this. With your eyeliner, the biggest thing is honestly making sure it disappears into your lash line. So the thinner the tip, the better for me. Let's see. There we go. You know what? I'll take it again. It doesn't have to be perfect today. I am content with this, aside from this lash, or this wing is a little too, like, curvy. There we go, much better. Because it was a weird, like, curved dip thing. Tell me, do y'all ever have bad makeup days? Because I know I definitely do. Like, this one isn't a bad makeup day, it's just kind of a great one. But usually after my liner is done, I'll go in with a little shimmery shade. But this is the one I'm going to go in with today. Just right on the inner corners. If I'm feeling frisky, I will take my finger and tap it in the shimmer and then pat it on my eyelid, but I don't feel like running the risk of outing my eye today, so we're going to skip that. But shadow's done, eye look's done, aside from mascara. But I always do my mascara last. After eyes are done, I'll always go in with a pointy Q-tip and clean up around the liner area, get any fallout that I always drop. And since we didn't use like crazy dark shades, it's not bad today. And always go for the inner eye too when you're cleaning up. That's really important. Because I got a load of shadow on my nose today somehow. I don't understand. But You can see the difference, the fallout. Line is clean up. I usually go in with my little Touch or liquid silk canvas, but recently I've been using the little Professional from Benefit. I've liked that a lot. It's been helping conceal my Ramsey wrinkles, I call them. I know they're expression lines. I'm just being dramatic. But I'll go with this. Not that you're not supposed to, but I use this all over. I don't care. Other people, like on weddings and stuff, or at weddings and stuff, I use a brush to apply primer. With me, I don't care. Like I said earlier, I will run the risk of outing my own eye, so it's fine. I do like the way this stuff smells too. It smells really nice. Oh, it's on my lash. Oops. And I do have really, like, prominent pores on my cheek and my chin, especially, like, right here and around my nose, which is really common. There's a speck. Alright, primer's done. Now is when I will go in with my Rare Beauty liquid blush. And I always use the shade Encourage. I kind of want to get some more shades just to try them out. But. And this is going to look scary before it looks better. I'm just telling you now. But I'll do 2 dots on each cheek. This is the trust the process kind of thing. And we go in, we blend it out. Sounds crazy, but the goal is looking wet and burnt, sunburnt kind of deal. And the more you blend in here, the better. Because the more natural it'll look in just a minute. Perfect? No. But the blendier, the better. No, when you look just crazy enough, you get to look even more crazy. Because I will then go in with my Fenty Matchstick contour, whatever it's called, I can't remember. And I will draw horizontal across my cheekbones or right under them. And then I'll come the little parking lots and then inside of my nose. And I'll do right under my bottom lip. Go in and buff them out. Now it's going to be a little more important to blend this out than your blush, because this is really for creating shadows on our face. So weird look under my eye. Now we'll go with our foundation. So I usually go between 1-in-1 and 3-in-1 in Estee Lauder. Now I'm not using my Estee Lauder, I'm using my Amazonian Clay from Tarte in the shade 12S to 20N. And depending on time of year, I'll have to mix them all together. Those are the shades I use. And don't come at me for using the Amazonian Clay. I like that one a lot. The mistake I see most people do when they wear it, they don't put a good moisturizer on underneath, which causes it to look built up and a little unnatural. And also, your painting is only going to look as good as your canvas does, so take care of your skin. Come in with our 3-in-1 on a very wet sponge, a beauty blender to be precise, and we bounce all over. It looks like I'm using a lot of foundation. I promise I'm not. The makeup sponge honestly absorbs more of it than I would like it to. But the water helps shear it out just a bit. And kind of counteracts the makeup that the sponge soaks up. This is usually about how much I'll have on my sponge before I take it to my face. And please, oh please, oh please, do not rub your foundation into your face like that. Just don't. That's a crime. You deserve jail time if you do that. when you bounce it with a sponge, you're more so pressing it into your skin, which makes it look a little more natural. If you smear like that, think of like when a kid does a finger painting and you smear all over the canvas, it looks a little if you know what I mean. But if you take a sponge as opposed to fingers, it looks a little more intentional. If that makes any kind of sense. I always have a little extra coverage on my nose just because, you know, sinus problems, allergies, and I unfortunately get a lot of animal hairs up my nose because I live in a zoo. Face is good, but I do want to bring it down my neck a little bit. I know I said don't swipe it, but this is the only place I will swipe it because then I'll go back and just bounce over it. It's not like I want like a thick layer on my neck, just enough to make it look like same skin. And please don't forget to blend up your ears. I used to always go in with a Morphe or e.l.f. concealer, but recently I've been using this little one from Dior. It's pretty sure, yeah, it's a 01N. And going in with this, I like it a lot. I really do. I will take a little brush and do not, or I don't recommend to put this directly to your face, not for sanitary purposes, but you're having way too much product. I also tap and bounce. A little more on my nose. If you hear now, I'm already having allergy problems. Over here, I will swirl on my jawline just to spread it out a little bit more. But if I'm not going to go back and forth, they're going to be circular motions. Sometimes I'll do a little bit on my top lip just to highlight a bit, nothing too crazy. I usually let that sit for a minute. Alright. After I let my concealer set for a little bit, because that's what you're supposed to do, you let it sit, you let it do its job, I'll go in with a powder. And I got the Huda Easy Bake. I got it in Peach Pie, and I really like it so far. I have been using the Air Spun in the one size, and I also like those two, but I really like this one. Oh, just light dusting under my eye. And I'll go ahead and set my eye makeup too. I'll swirl it around there, tap, tap, tap. Sound like BAREMINERALS, but sweet. And what I'll do, I'll go through and set anywhere I'm not putting another powder product on top of it, like layering. So I'll go back everywhere I concealed. And on areas that might need a little more coverage. I do see my forehead is trying to crease today. Because I have a very expressive face. I'm just going to go a little bit more. Even it out with sponge just a bit. There we go. Much better, much better. It came with a little itty bitty sponge because I got the mini size because I wasn't sure if I'd like it or not. And I do like it. I'm going to want to get the big size next. Like, I like it so much I got one for my kit. I got it in the same shade and I want all the shades now. Recently, my little FabFitFun box, I got the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Powder Blush in the shade Joy. I am obsessed with this. Like, it's just so pretty. But I'll tap on my brush and just go along where I put the liquid blush earlier. Like, this stuff is so pigmented. I love it. It's nice. It's got like a radiant finish to it. It just it's luminous in the best way. I need to wrap my shoulder. Ooh. Do not judge me. This palette is old as dirt. But I have yet to get a decent, like, just contour palette. So I've been using my pretty basic palette from Tarte for the longest time, and you can see she a little rough. But I'll go in with their little contour shade and just go over where I contoured earlier under my foundation. I'll do a little extra too. Honestly, I feel like I put a little too much blush on today, so I'm just gonna come up over this one. Oh, that's better. That's a lot softer. And 99% of the time, I would use my Fenty Diamond Balm, ignore the lashes stuck to the top of it. But I did come across a BAREMINERALS Mineral Veil the other day. And I think I'm going to use that for my highlighter because I did that the other day and I love it so much. It's so pretty. Swirl. Cat. Buff. Do y'all remember those commercials? This gives you really nice, like, I need a source, honestly. Somebody give me some new words. I really forgot how nice this was. It's really pretty. Right. Highlighter is on. I usually don't do too much after this. Like 90% of the time, I always forget to put something on my lips. So we're gonna go ahead and spray. There's a method to my madness. I know I don't have on mascara yet. Method to my madness. Come on. Get where you are. Right. Going in with my one size until dawn. If you don't shake this enough, it doesn't come out like it's supposed to, so I'm shaking it good today. Oh, I forgot to put my fan. I inhaled it. I love this stuff. The smell's just a little strong for me. So the fan kind of helps dissipate that so I can handle it a bit better. One day I accidentally sprayed this. Well, one day I sprayed this and I turned and opened my eye. So it got all over my eye and I blame my husband for that because he said something to me and I turned. That did not feel good. After everything's set, then I'll go with my mascara because that way I don't run the risk of squeezing my eye shut and getting mascara everywhere. And I've done that a couple too many times. Today I'm gonna go in with my little Tarte tubing mascara and then the Benefit Fan Fest. I like this one. I can't remember where I got it, but I've recently been layering my Fenty mascara. I don't even know if they make this one anymore, but it's the full frontal mascara and then the Rare Beauty one, which that one is wonderful. If I'm feeling extra, I'll go in with a coat of that too. But it's usually the Tarte tubing mascara and the Rare Beauty one. Start at the base. We wiggle up. What I'll do, I'll try to like close my lash, like close my eye on the spoolie. Let me put you close for you to see. But I will take it, get it on the root, and close my lash root, and I get it under my eye. There we go. So we're gonna clean that up now. We're gonna wait for it to dry first. We're not making that mistake today. Let's go in with the Fan Fest too while we wait for that little to dry. I do like the spoolie on this. It's really nice. It's curved. And now I put the curved side like if it's towards my lash. No, it actually hugs it. Now tell me, what funny face do you do while you put on mascara? Because I know some people it's like a will my eyes close. There we go. I do love this combo. You know, let's put a layer of Rare Beauty on it, see what happens. We'll see what happens. This spoolie is also beautiful. I do like the formula of this one too. I feel like this one separates your lashes a little bit more than the other two do. I have a mascara booger on my inner lash. That's not a cute look. When I do this, I'll usually go in with either a Q-tip or my little lash comb, but that doesn't always work. If that doesn't work, I go in with tweezers. Don't try this at home. I wouldn't do this on anyone else either. There we go. That was harder than it should have been. I thought they were like stuck together somehow. Here we go. That's better. Alright. Now to tackle her under the eye. Uh-oh. I've got my same micellar water Q-tip from earlier. Okay, so I goofed. My memory card was full, but we're back. Last thing I did was clean the mascara smudge under my left eye. I have an eyelash sticking straight down. That's gonna be fun. But I know I always forget to put on lip stuff, but we're gonna put it on today because, you know, I remember. But I've got the Peekaboo Natural lip liner from NYX, and I've got the Merit lipstick in the shade Plastic. This is so pretty. I also got it in my FabFitFun box, and I am obsessed. Ooh, she needs to be sharpened. First, let's clean off the extra makeup on my lips. Okay, it's clean. So I'm clearly having a hard time today. My memory card was full, my battery died, but lip liner time. I put the lower one on already. I'm not sure if you've heard my joke about coloring the lines, but whatever. If you book me, you'll hear it. There we go. We overlined just a little bit. I don't really want to fill them in all the way with a liner because my lips are a little dry and I'm not pressed for longevity today. But we've got our Merit. Oh no, it's on my nose. We've got our Merit lipstick. Do y'all smell lipsticks too? My favorite lipstick that smells Estee Lauder. It smells like my childhood because my mom used it all the time and she still does. Oh, it's just, it's a comforting smell. But we've got the Merit lipstick in Classic. And honestly, that's it for today's look. What do we think? Is this a look that y'all would try? Do you think I should switch up my look for wedding days? Also, if a makeup artist shows up and they're not in like a nice full face of makeup, do you trust them? Because I personally wouldn't. And does the same go for a hairstylist? If they show up and their hair like in a bun, pulled back, how do you feel about that? But we'll get a close up of the makeup. Well, I've got you here. Don't forget to go get on the 2026 wait list. If you do, you're going to get first access to my wedding dates a week before the public. I don't want you to miss out. And if your wedding is in 2025 and you don't have a hair and makeup artist yet, hit me up. I really like what I do and it shows. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and tell me what other kind of videos, content you would like to see. I am always up for suggestions. Bye!